Hello dear students, welcome to the part 8 of chapter 13 surface areas and volumes. Students, as I have told you that the solids cube, cuboid, cylinder, hollow cylinder, cone, sphere, hemisphere and spherical shell we have studied. We have studied all the formulae related to these solids and we have solved exercise 13 and 13.2, okay, which was based upon combination of solids. Okay, 13.1 was based upon the combination of solids related to the questions surface areas, and 13.2 is based upon the combination of solids. Okay, and here the question was related to their volumes. Okay, now students, we are solving exercise 13.3 and till question number 4 we have solved. Okay, so we'll start today exercise 13.3 from question number 5. So let us see students what is the question number 5 of exercise 13.3. And yes, this topic frustum of cone is now removed. Okay, so this will not study, will solve till exercise 13.3 only. Okay, so let us see the question number 5. Coming to question number 5 students of exercise 13.3, the question is a container shaped like a right circular cylinder having diameter 12 centimeter and height 15 centimeter is full of ice cream. Okay, students, here is the container. Okay, this is the container which is in the shape of a right circular cylinder. Okay, this is the container. Okay students, its height is 15 centimeter and the diameter of the container is 12 centimeter. Here you can say, suppose it is H1, so H1 is given 15 centimeter and diameter, okay, D1 is given 12 centimeter. So if diameter is 12, then we can say the radius is what? 6 centimeter. Okay, the ice cream is to be filled into cones of height 12 centimeter and diameter 6 centimeter. Students, whatever the ice cream, okay, whatever the amount of ice cream is filled in this container, okay, since this container is filled with ice cream, so that ice cream is to be filled in this cone. Okay, that ice cream is to be filled in this cone and it is given that the diameter of the cone is 6 centimeter and the height of the cone is 12 centimeter. Okay, and also it is given that this cone is having a hemispherical shape on its top. Okay, so students, are you getting the question? The question is, there is a container which is filled with ice cream and this ice cream is to be filled in the cones and the measurements of the cone is given that its height is 12, the height of the cone is 12 centimeter and the diameter of the cone is given 6 centimeter. So you can simply say that the radius of the cone will be 3 centimeter, just half of the diameter. But students, here on the top of cone a hemispherical shape of ice cream is also there. Okay, means the ice cream is filled in this type of, in the shape of this. Okay, so we have to find, what we have to find? We have to find the number of such cones which can be filled with ice cream. Okay, we have to find that this ice cream can be filled in how many cones, in how many such cones. Okay students, so this is the question. Now students, how we will solve? Let us see. Firstly students, will write that what is given. We have supposed that the height of cylinder is H1, radius of the cylinder is R1. Okay, so we'll write that H1 is 15 centimeter r1 is 6 centimeter, and we have supposed h2 as the height of the cone. This is h2 and it is given 12 centimeter, and the radius of this cone is 3 centimeter. Okay, will be 3 centimeter because diameter is given 6 centimeter. Okay students, so these measurements are given, and also since the hemispherical shape is like this, so the radius of that will also be equal to 3 centimeter. Okay students, what concept we'll use here? The concept is the volume of the ice cream, okay, means the volume of the container, okay, will be equal to the number of cones in which ice cream is filled. Volume of number of cones in which ice cream is filled. Okay, so this concept we'll use, means according to question, what we'll write here, that the volume of container is equal to, suppose the students, let us suppose that n number of cones is there in which this ice cream can be filled. Okay, according to question, let the ice cream, here we will write, let the ice cream can be filled in n number of cones. Okay, let us suppose that the ice cream, the whole ice cream which is in the container, can be filled in an n number of cones. Okay, so here the volume of container will be equal to n into volume of one cone. Okay students, here in the cone, when you have used the word cone, it means that here the cone plus hemisphere, because you know that in ice cream we say that a cone is there, but in that cone, okay, on the top of that cone a hemispherical shape is also there. So here we have to find the, firstly here put all the values. Volume of container, it is in the form of cylinder, so it will be pi r1 square h1 is equal to n into volume of one cone. So here n into, see students, in one cone there is a cone and hemisphere. Okay, so the volume of cone means volume of cone plus hemisphere. So volume of cone is what? 1 by 3 pi r2 square h2 plus the volume of hemisphere. So volume of hemisphere is what? 2 by 3 pi r2 cube. Okay students, so this will be the value in mathematically which shows the above line. Okay, so here students we have to find n. Okay, so if we want to find n, so we have to shift this whole term in left hand side. So it will be, here it is in the form of multiplication, so when we will shift the whole term into the left hand side, it will divide the left hand side. So the left hand side will be pi r1 square h1 upon 1 by 3 pi r2 square h2 plus 2 by 3 pi r2 cube. Okay students, and here it is equal to n. Okay, now I am writing n in the left hand side. Okay, only I am just arranging it. N we have written in the left hand side, and in the right hand side the same will be written there. Okay, pi r square r1 square h1 upon, see students, in the denominator what we can take common? We can take common 1 by 3 pi and r2 square we can take common. So what is left? h2 plus R2. Okay, now students, pi and pi will be cancelled out. This 3 is of the denominator, so it will be in the numerator. Okay, so here it will be. See students, one thing we have missed here. What? When we take common 1 by 3 from the denominator, here h2 will be there, and here 1 by 3 is taken common, so 2 will be there. Okay, 2r2. Okay students, after that we'll put all the values. The value of r1 is 6, and here is the square of 6, so we can write 6 into 6. The value of h1 is 15, so here it will be 15. Now upon the value of 1 by 3, see this 1 by 3, denominator of denominator this 3 is, so that will be in the numerator, so here we have written this 3. Okay, and after that r2 square, the square of r2, the value of r2 is 3, so square of r2 means 3 into 3. Now in the bracket what is left? h2 plus 2r2. h2 is what? h2 is the height of the cone, and which is 12, plus 2 into r2, so 2, and r2 is what? r2 is 3. Okay students, are you getting this step? Only we have put all the values. Now students, 3 2s are 6, 3 2s are 6. Okay, so in the numerator what is left? 2 into 2 means 4 into 15 into 3, and in the denominator what is there? 12 plus 6. Okay, 2 3s are 6 plus 12, that is 18, so here it is 18. Now students, it will be 3 6 are 18. Okay, and when we'll cancel this 15 and 6 by 3, so 3 2s are 6 and 3 5s are 15. Now this 2 can be cancelled this 4 at 2 times, so what is left in the numerator? In the numerator the number is 2 into 5, and that is 10. Okay students, so our answer is 10 cones. Our answer will be 10 cones. Okay students, what we have done, the main concept that we have used here is what? This container is filled with ice cream, and the ice cream of the container is to be filled in such type of cones. Okay, so whatever the number of cones, the volume of that number of cones will be equal to the volume of this container. Okay, means the amount of ice cream will be equal, na? The amount of ice cream will be equal. So here what we have supposed, that the volume of container will be equal to n number of cones. Okay, in terms of ice cream. Okay students, so here we have put all the values. After that we have taken this whole term in the left hand side, and after that by taking common and solving we have got our result, that is 10 number of cones can be filled. Yes students, one more thing is there, that in new books of NCERT and in old book of NCERT, this question is little bit different. Okay, in some questions it is not given that there is a hemispherical shape. Okay, so maybe in your book it will be the question will be without hemispherical shape, or in some book there will be this hemispherical shape. Okay, so the number of cones is 10 with the hemispherical shape on the top. Okay students, so now you can pause the video and note it down. Now coming to question number 6 students, the question is, how many silver coins 1.75 centimeter in diameter and of thickness 2 millimeter must be melted to form a cuboid of dimensions 5.5 centimeter, 10 centimeter into 3.5 centimeter. So students, what is the meaning of the question? The meaning of the question is, there are some number of coins. Okay, there are some number of coins. This is a coin. Okay, and there are some coins which should be melted to form a cuboid. Okay, the number of coins we have to find. The dimensions of the coin is given that its thickness is 2 millimeter. Okay, and its diameter is 1.75 centimeter. Okay, these coins, the number of few coins are melted to form a cuboid, and the dimensions of the cuboid is 5.5 centimeter is its length, 10 centimeter is its breadth, and 3.5 centimeter is its height. Okay students, so we have to find that how many coins should be melted to get the cuboid of this dimension. Okay, these dimension. So students, what should we do here? See, firstly we'll write that what is given. Okay, so here the dimensions of coin is given. It is given that diameter of coin is, it is given 1.75 centimeter. Okay, so radius of coin will be 1.75 centimeter, 1.75 centimeter by 2. Okay, just half of the diameter. Students, if you will see that then its height, okay, then its height is given 2 millimeter. Thickness means you can assume it as height. Okay, and one more thing you have to understand here, that coin will be in the form of a cylinder, a very small cylinder. Okay, it will be in the shape of cylinder, and it is in the form of cuboid. Okay, here it is in the form of cuboid. So basically we have found that what will be the radius of coin. Suppose it is R1 or R only, then R will be 1.75 centimeter upon 2. If you will change it into the millimeter, then what you will get, 17.5 upon 2 millimeter. Okay students, as we all know that in 1 centimeter there is 10 millimeter. Okay, so here we are changing all the dimensions. See, many places decimals are there, so if we will multiply it by 10 so that it will be in the millimeter, so the numbers will also be easy and the calculation will also be easy. This 17.5 can be written as 175 upon 20. Okay students, if we will multiply 10 upon 10, then it will be 175 upon 20, and after solving it, when you will divide it by 5 3s are 15 and 5 5s are 25, it will be 35, and 5 4s are 20. So here it will be 35 upon 4 millimeter. The radius of coin is 35 upon 4 millimeter. Now thickness of coin, suppose it is H1, so H1 is given 2 millimeter. Okay, now about cuboid. Okay, the length of cuboid L is given 5.5 centimeter. Breadth of cuboid B is given 10 centimeter, and height of cuboid suppose H2, it is given 3.5 centimeter. Now students, we are changing all these dimensions into millimeter, so it will be 5.5 centimeter, it will be 55 millimeter, here it will be 100 millimeter, and here it will be 35 millimeter. Okay, by multiplying 10 in centimeter we'll get the dimension in the unit millimeter. Okay students, now what concept we'll use? Suppose there are n number of coins. Okay, suppose there are n number of coins which should be melted to get the cuboid of this volume, okay, this dimension. So what should we do students? The volume of n number of coins will be equal to the volume of cuboid. So here we have to do is what? Let the volume of n number of coins is equal to the volume of cuboid. Okay students, this concept will use. So if there are n number of coins, then the volume of n coins will be n into, since the coin is in the form of cylinder, so it will be pi r square h1. Okay, and the volume of cuboid is L into B into h2. Now students, will put all the values. N will be n, pi is 22 by 7, r is what? R is 35 upon 4, so it will be 35 upon 4 into 35 upon 4, since there is a square of r, and h1 is the height of coin is 2. Okay, then L is 55, B is 100, and H2 is 35. Okay students, we have to find the value of n, so we have to solve all these. See here, 7 5s are 35, here it will be 5, 2 2s are 20, 2 2s are 4. Okay, and this 2 will cancel this 22 in 11 times. Okay students, and whatever the numbers are left, we will shift it into the right hand side so that we can find the value of n. Okay, so after that what we are doing, we in the left hand side we are writing n, and in the right hand side we are writing whatever the values were there, 55 into 100 into 35, and in the denominator what we will write? In the denominator we are writing all these numbers. Okay, since these numbers are in the multiplication, so the numerator will be shifted in the denominator, and all the denominators will be shifted in the numerator. Okay, so firstly numerator will be shifting, so here it is 11 into 5 into 35. These numbers were in the numerator, and what numbers are in the denominator? Only 4 is left, na? Only 4 is left, so that will go in the numerator. Okay, now 35 and 35 will be cancelled out. 11 5s are 55, so here 55 will be cancelled out. Now 100 into 4, what you will get, students? 400. So n is what? N is the number of coins. So there are 400 coins which should be melted to get the cuboid of this dimension. Okay students, are you getting my point, what I want to say? See here, we have, when we have solved, what we have got, that there are 400 coins which should be melted to get the dimension of this cuboid. Okay, what concept we have used? We have supposed that there is n number of coins, so according to the question and according to the law of conversion, okay, from one solid to another solid, that the volume of n number of coins will be equal to the volume of cuboid. Okay students, and after that here we have written all the dimensions. One thing is important here, that I have changed all the dimensions into millimeter. Okay, so that our calculation will be easy, and here easily we have calculated and got our result, that is 400 number of coins should be melted to get the cuboid of this dimension. Okay students, so you can pause the video and note it down. Coming to the next question students, question number 7. The question is, a cylindrical bucket 32 centimeter high and with radius of base 18 centimeter is filled with sand. Okay, there is a cylindrical bucket whose height is 32 centimeter and radius is 18 centimeter, which is filled with sand. Okay students, the bucket is emptied on the ground and a conical heap of sand is formed. Okay, what does it mean? It means that students, there was a cylindrical bucket, okay, which was filled with sand, and all the sand, okay, the bucket is emptied on the ground and a conical heap of sand is formed like this. Okay, this is what? This is a heap of sand. Okay, so we have to find, and it is in the shape of a cone. You can say, if the height of the conical heap is 24 centimeter, find the radius of the slant height. Find the radius and slant height of the heap. See students, the height of the cylindrical bucket is 32 centimeter. Okay, radius of the cylindrical bucket is 18 centimeter and the height of the conical heap is 24 centimeter, and this we have to find out. Okay, suppose it is R2, it is R1, it is H1 and it is H2. Okay students, so all the measurements are given except R2, that we have to find out. And what we have to find out? We have to find out this L means slant height. Okay, so let us see what we will do here and what is given. Firstly, we'll write that what is given. So see students, given that R1 is equal to 18 centimeter. Okay, H1 is equal to 32 centimeter. Here I have clearly mentioned that we have supposed the radius of cylinder is R1. Okay, we are denoting the radius of the cylinder is with R1 and height of the cylinder with H1. We are denoting the radius of the cone R2 and the height of the cone is by H2. R2 we have to find out. H2 is given 24 centimeter and L also we have to find out. Okay, R2 and L2 we have to find. R2 and L we have to find out. So again we'll use the same concept, that the volume of this sand will be equal. Okay, when either it will be in the form of cylinder or it will be in the form of a conical heap. If the sand of this cylinder is, if this cylinder is filled with sand and it is emptied, then the amount of sand will be same. Okay, so here we'll apply that volume of cylindrical bucket is equal to volume of conical heap. Okay students, so volume of cylindrical bucket, the formula of volume of cylinder is what? Pi R1 square H1, and the volume of conical heap is 1/3 pi R2 square H2. Okay, now we'll put all the values. Before that, pi and pi will be cancelled out. Okay, now R1 square, R1 is 18, so the square of 18 is 18 into 18, and H1 is 32. Here R2 we have to find out. Okay, and H2 is what? H2 is 24. Now students, this 24 will be shifted in left hand side. So here it is in the form of multiplication. So when it will be shifted, it will be in the form of divide. Okay, 32 upon 24 is equal to R2 square. Okay, now see, if we'll cancel out it, what it will be, 6 4s are 24 and 6 3s are 18. Okay, and here 4 8s are 32. Okay, so what will be the answer? 8 3s are 24 into 18. Okay, 24 into 18 is equal to R2 square. Okay students, when you will solve, 18 4s are 72, so it will be 2, and 18 2s are 36, 36 and 7, and 18 2s are 36, 36 and 7, 43. Okay, it is R2 square. But one more thing is students, here 1 upon 3 was also there, na? So when we'll solve here, okay, this 1 by 3 we have missed here, so here it is 1 by 3 also, and when this 24 is shifted, then the denominator 3 is also, it will be also be shifted, and since it is in the denominator, so it will go in the numerator. So here it is 3 into 18, so here also it will be 3 into 24, and here also it is 3 into 432. Now students, if you will multiply it, what you will get, 432 into 3, you will get 1296 is equal to R2 square. Okay students, and 1296 is the square of, means when you will take square root of both of the sides, so what you will get, R2 is equal to 36 centimeter. Okay, when you will take the square root of the both of the sides, you will get the value of R2 is 36 centimeter. 36, the square of 36 is 1296. Okay students, so here after this step you have to take the square root of both of the sides, so that you will get your answer. So the radius of this conical heap is 36 centimeter. Now students, we have to find L. We know the formula of L is what? Under root h square. So here h, at the place of h, h2 is there, h2 square plus r2 square. The formula of a slant height is what? L is equal to under root h2 square plus r square, r2 square. So here we have to do the square of 24 plus the square of the radius, that is 36. Okay, so what will be the value of this? The square of 24 is 576 and the square of 36 is 1296. So when we'll solve it students, when we'll add these two, we will get under root 1872. Okay students, what we'll get? 1872. And further, when we'll factorize it and simplify it, at last we'll get what? 12 under root 13 centimeter. Okay students, 12 under root 13 centimeter. When we will factorize 1872, we will see that the value of this 1872 can be written in the form of 12 into under root 3. Okay students, so this was the solution of this question. What we have done, what concept we have used? The concept was very easy, that when this cylindrical bucket is emptied and all the sand is on the ground in the form of conical heap, then the volume of this cylindrical bucket is equal to the volume of conical heap. Okay students, after that we have put all the values. Here 1 by 3 was left, so I have written that later on. Okay, and after that, when this 3 was shifted, here it will be multiply. Okay, and when it will be multiply, it will be 3 into 24 into 18 and 3 into 432. After multiplying it, we'll get 1296, is equal to R2 square, and if R2 square is 1296, then R2 will be 36 centimeter. Okay, and L we have to also find out. So L is what? Under root H2 square plus R2 square. So when we will do the square of 24, it will be 576, and when we will do the square of 36, it will be 1296, and after adding these two, we will get 1872, and 1872 is the square of 12 under root 13. Okay students, so the answer of this is 12 under root 13 centimeter, the value of L, and the value of R2 is 36 centimeter. Okay, now you can pause the video and note it down. So students, this is enough for today. Okay, 2 questions are remaining of this exercise, and that will solve in the next part of the video. And in the next part we will complete the whole chapter. Okay, means till 13.3 we have to study. Okay, and that will cover in the next part only. Okay, so in the next part means in part 9 the whole chapter will be completed. Okay students, thank you for